Hello, this is Eric from labofcoding.com. In this video, we look at Python's list data type. So far, we've only looked at the basic types such as numbers, booleans, and the special none type. But in this video, we'll introduce the list data type. The list is an array which is used to store a sequence of items, and it's enclosed by the square brackets. And in Python, a list can contain items of different types. For example, the list can have an int, can have a float, can have a string, and so forth. So it's valid to have different types of variables in a given list. Also, the list is dynamic in that it grows and shrinks automatically, and it's also mutable in that you can update its content. So in this video, we look at several of the operations and built-in methods that can be used with lists. First, let's create a list. Let's just call it numbers. So it's storing numbers, and we look at some of the operators. And on the left, I have a simple diagram which is showing some of the operators and methods that we can use with lists. And on the right, I've opened the Python interpreter. So the first operator is the in operator, which is a binary operator used to check if a given element is in that list. So you can use it to check if a given element belongs to a given list, and the opposite is used to check if that element is not in that given list. So say, for example, we can check if 1 is in numbers, in the list of numbers. This will return true because 1 is in that list. But if we check something like 7, it returns false because it's not in that list. You can negate in, so we can say 7 not in. So this one will return true because 7 is not in our list of numbers. And then we can have the concatenation operator that we used even for the string, and repetition. We also have it just like we had for the string. And we can get an element from a list using its index, and lists are 0 index. So the first element is 0 index, the second first index, and so forth. So for example, to get the element 4, we'll use its index. So we'll say numbers, and its index is 0, 1, 2, so that is 2, and that will give us the value on that index, which is 4. And we can also use the negative indexing to get an element. And we can also have slicing, just we had slicing for the strings. So you can slice and get a sublist of a given list. So say, for example, we can slice our numbers list. Let's say you want to slice it from the first element to the third element. So that would be from the first to the third. So that one will give us from the first element on the first index inclusive, so that will be 2 and 4, but 3 will not, the element on index 3 will not be included because it's not inclusive of the second bound that is used in slicing. So you can play around with slicing and see how you can use it and master it. Again, the del keyword can be used to delete an element from a list. For example, to delete number 2 from the list, we can say del, and then we give the list and then pass the index that you want to delete. In this case, the index for element 2 is 1. So we have deleted that element, and if we look at numbers again, we find that we no longer have 2 in that list. Again, there are some built-in methods that you can use with lists. For example, we have the len method, which you can use to get the length of a list. For example, when we say len numbers, this one will give us 3 because we now have 3 elements in the list. And we can use it with max, which will give us the largest number or the largest element in that list. In our case, the maximum is 5, and that one will give us 5. And we have min, which will give us the minimum. And we can have sum, which is used to sum a list of numbers. In this case, we can sum our list numbers, which will give us 10. That is 1 plus 4 plus 5. So those are some of the operators and built-in methods that you can use with the list in Python. You can practice and see how you can use it and master it for your Python development. So that's it for this video. We'll pick it from here. Thanks for watching.